Hey, good evening. Welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines and an update on our house. Mostly after clean up and doing lots of little detail work, some of which you'll have seen already. So you'll be looking at the same stuff, but we're pretty well cleaned up, and what we're trying to do now is to keep this area clean. It's actually impossible. If work is going on, then materials will have to be stored somewhere, but we've managed to clean all of this up so that it's not actually becoming part of the work area again. So there we are, we're all nicely cleaned up here. All of this, all the detail work that had to be done has pretty well been done. Upholstery job there on that disgusting mess. Looks like, well, looks like something out of Step to on son. So we've got some other colouring to go in, which is going to be very light work, but it's going to be done before the floor goes down, so there's no spillage of paint. And this, so a different colour on this, darker colour, light colour, and the top will remain in white. This has become the main work storage area for tools and paint and stuff to keep it going, even though we have actually done a terrific amount of work getting all of this done here, as you can see. But we got some damage on the roof outside, and that's going to have to be attended to. I'm going to do something about that little cabinet. It's rather a sorry looking box at the moment. I have to do something that will make it match in with this here. And we got most of the moulding is now done, and it's all done in that particular style. Once I did it once, I liked it, and so it's been done several times. Kitchen is pretty well all cleaned up. This has been nicely taken down, trimmed off, and got square and riveted back up again by James. We've got more moulding to be bought and fixed on these windows. It's expensive stuff, so that's in abeyance, waiting for my next check from my pension. But this didn't take long, and it didn't take very much materials. It's actually only, I've said it's 4 inches, but the maximum is 4 inches. This is actually only a 3-inch depth. And it really is, what really made that so that it had to be like that was, I would like to have had a full cabinet there, you know, something like 10 inches for storage, but we seem to have a lot of storage anyway. And the problem was, and we still will have something of a problem because we've gone ahead and fitted that up, it's still almost 4 inches, so it's going to interfere with the fridge door. Hopefully it won't interfere with getting the fridge in there, but it's going to make it so that the door doesn't come open totally wide, because I think that the fridge comes up to, I think it's 4 feet, I'm not quite sure, so it's going to come up to here, and the door then is only going to open so far. We'll live with it. Have to do the surround, the moulding around the window and put a window in, and then this is a hatch. So if you look outside or inside, we've got the dining nook there, so we'll be eating our food there. Either that, or probably what will happen is we'll end up having our tea or coffee and our morning snacks and everything, and that will be done looking out onto this beautiful view. It's $1 million view out there. So we'll be painting this a different colour, probably to match in with the cabinet work here. Maybe I'll dress that up a little bit more so it does match in more ways than one. haven't decided, but we are pretty certain that we're going to put a granite top on that, because the granite is so cheap here, and it would be nice to see it match in with that over there. This has turned out so nice. It really is nice. It doesn't have the thick bullnose on there, which you would have if you were having this fitted for the maximum effect, but this is fine by me. And a sink, of course. No hot water, just a single supply of cold water there. But all of this is all very nice now, and it's well, really ready to go. And deciding on what I decide to do on a paint finish for some of this. I may mask up these cabinets and do a rag roll or a sponging on that plain white. It's semi-gloss, so it can be done on that. Mix up a glaze, and this could be done in more of a cottagey type of look. So that's something that can be done later. These panels will all be done in the same way that I've done the panels that are on the bathroom door. The one there, this out here, similar kind of thing, and I'll be repeating that wherever you see panels. I'll be repeating that treatment. So that's for actually downstairs in the house. As I say, kitchen is looking pretty good. It's waiting for me now to finish on cabinet work in there. Going up the stairs now. Narrow stairs, only 2 feet wide, working with very little space. But we've got this bedroom is very, very close to being okay. I decided that I was going to move the third and fourth post and bring it out to the end of the bed there. Bring it from here over to the end there, and have them freestanding rather than locking them into a rectangle, which is more of a traditional old style four poster bed. Doesn't have to be that way. So we got the decorative mirrors. We put those up with glue, with silicone to glue them on. We were told not to do that, but in the past in the UK I've put mirrors on the wall on jobs that I've done. Haven't had any problem using silicone, so we did it with this. We didn't put huge globs of it on there, little tiny button sized globs going around like this every 3 or 4 inches. And then I pressed it gently on, and we taped it on, and we put a little pencil mark there just to see if we would know, so that we would know if it has slipped at all. It hasn't. Over here, once again another mirror and another mirror there. On each of these round colour patterns, little patches of colour that I put into the room. And once again we've got the same here, look. So this cabinet is pretty well finished. We've got these light fittings here, and they will be going up into, whether you can see that, they'll be going up into there with a small round bulb, which will be more than enough light for Beth. And now that I've decided to move these, don't have this big problem of trying to marry something vertical with something sloping, and so these will have a different look to them, have a different top that finishes them off, so it's not just a cut off end. I'll take it down slightly and do something nice. So that, and putting the trim on here, which I have lots of that trim, and this cabinet that has to go in here for the dirty laundry, and a hanging space here, which will go right from here and come right along and be supported into this here. I did put that there as a little trial, and I like it, and I will do it. Ran out of half round moulding, so I have to get some more half round moulding. I've used probably hundreds of feet of that. I cleared the bed so that you can get a better idea. That's been the catch-all for scraps of wood and and old masks and rags and cut-offs and all kinds of stuff that happens when you're working. So we're really getting it in sight now. Very exciting. And we're really looking, oh God, we're really looking to making the move and to moving in here. This will be such luxury to move in here now. I mean, the bed especially, we have this nice little seated area here, which I'm now sitting on. And we've got the nice curved armrest. And what will be nice is that you can be up here and you can look down into there. That's the TV there. Not that I'll be particularly interested in watching the TV, that's not my thing. But we can look down and see everything that's going on and talk. Whatever Beth is doing down there, probably watching her favourite Korean movie. And I can have peace and quiet and do my reading up here. I should have had an electrical point here for a little bit more light, but that can come later. So everything else is looking very good. I'm very pleased. So that's my update. Clean up and detail work which is being done, like the cabinet that is there to display the Art Deco plates that we have, that we were given. We've had this reinstated now so that it's nice. James did that job today. That's only perfect, as I always joke with him. But it's very nice, and he's kept the same. Even though this is not a moulding, I actually cut this out of the 3/4 block ply. He's just sanded that down and cut it to match here, which looks great. I'm very happy with that. So I'm still working up here, so I've got tons of tools and stuff and offcuts and everything. I really should, if I hadn't been quite so lazy, it's the end of the day, I would have cleaned off the bed completely. But the rest of the room is very clean now, and we are, as I say, we're getting there. So very exciting for us. Thanks for your interest. Hope you enjoy looking at our updates and the work that we've done. Just little Art Deco looks that you can do that cost very little. I mean, I scribed this out with a piece of wood. Got a piece of wood, a hole in here and a hole in there, and then just take it around like that. It gives you a nice circle. And then getting that circle at its turning point, where it goes from coming down there, and that's where I put the mirror, as you can see over there. Same everywhere. Now that came as an afterthought, as most things do, when we had the house and decided that we would paint everything white. We never intended that it would always forever be in white, and so the colour was gradually introduced, and that's what's happened, and we're very pleased with the way that it's evolved. Okay, I'm off downstairs and we'll be going to dinner, so I will say goodbye, good night, and look forward to sharing our news with you in the future. There's a foreigner in the Philippines, and more to do and getting on with it. Thanks for being with us. Bye for now.